your comfort zone can be actually a very, very toxic place.
Yes.
Because you have lived here in this comfort zone for so long that you have truly told yourself, I am the boss here. And if I were to step outside of this comfort zone, I am not the boss, and that makes me feel uncomfortable. You guys have a lot of control issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you have a lot of control issues, you want to be comfortable, because the more comfortable you are in your environment, the more you are in control. You know, and I feel like Taurus has a hard time stepping outside of that comfort zone because someone else might be in control. Someone else might know how to do something more than you do, which is a part of life. You know what I mean? There are plenty of things that you are excellent at, Taurus, but there's some things that you don't know. And at the end of the day, I feel like life is more interesting when you are willing to learn from the people around you.
Yeah.
And when you're stubborn, you have this idea that you have figured it all out and no one can teach you anything. To me, that makes life boring.
Yeah.
What's good, you guys? It's your girl Sarah.
And Maya.
And we're CharmedanDangerous.
You know, because we're charming.
And we dangerous, okay? Did you miss us?
We missed you.
I mean, it's funny because it's not like the podcast has been going up at its regular time, but we did take a little break from our YouTube videos, like eclipse shit.
Yeah.
But like, still, I'm like, did you miss us?
Right.
Like, you didn't see this persona.
Right, it's different energy.
It's such different energies. I mean, if you watch both, and if you're new here, hi, welcome.
Hi.
We have a podcast, and then we have videos that go up weekly that are more like specific zodiac videos or whatever else we're into. And you know, sometimes your girls need a little break.
Yeah.
But the two types of videos definitely feel different. The energy's different, and we haven't done this type of video in a while, so like, I missed y'all. That's what I'm really trying to say.
Yes.
And today we are gonna take over the series that we've been doing, which is each sign's most toxic trait. And you know, we're just gonna end it. We're gonna end Taurus season with this, you know, most toxic trait video.
Yes.
If you really think about it, I think this is the perfect time to do it, because Taurus and Scorpio are already feeling a lot of energy.
Right.
With the eclipses being in Taurus and Scorpio. So maybe it wasn't the right time to talk about their most toxic trait when they're kind of like
when they're down.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
nice. You wouldn't do that.
So like, you're welcome.
Right.
Alright, Maya, so let's tell them what we picked. And if, again, you're new, we don't discuss what trait we're going to pick. If we so happen to pick the same one, amazing. But that's not always the case because we have two different brains.
Exactly.
Even though sometimes, you know.
They're like the same.
I like come over.
Right.
Are we annoying you yet?
Okay, so the trait that I picked for y'all Taurians is your stubbornness, and more specifically your inability to let go. I feel like those go hand in hand.
Yeah, they do. And you know, hot take, I also picked their stubbornness.
Is it really a surprise?
No, I mean, are y'all surprised? Go watch the roast. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's a good prequel to the toxic trait videos to watch the roast of your sign.
Yeah.
And then also the how to evolve.
Yeah.
You know, because it kind of ties into those things.
For sure. And if you think that we hate you or don't like you, then go watch the Why We Love You video.
Exactly. And if anyone ever says, oh my God, you hate this sign, I'm like, you clearly are new here, or you're just so in your own world that you haven't realized we have lots of love for each positive videos for each sign, and we give y'all love in so many different ways. But again, it's all about balance here, the yin and the yang. There's positive, there's negative. We have to include it all.
Right. There's charming, there's dangerous.
Exactly,
we have to
honey.
include it all. Right.
They're like, shut up, talk.
Right. They're like, tell us about our Taurians' toxicity.
All right, well, I'll get it started then.
Get into it.
Obviously, yes, Taurus is stubborn. I would say out of all the fixed signs, again, plugging another video, we did which sign is the most stubborn.
Yes.
And I picked Taurus in that video,
yeah.
too. So even before this video was made, I had chose.
She chose it.
But yeah, I feel like, you know, just because your way is the right way, Taurus, doesn't mean there aren't other right ways. And a lot of times I feel like Taurus has a hard time stepping outside of their own world to try and even understand someone else's. Like, obviously, maybe it's hard for you to accept someone else's truth, but at least try to understand it. And I feel like sometimes they're so busy explaining why they are the way they are and why their way is the right way that they don't even take the time to acknowledge why your truth is your truth. And why you believe that, why you have that perception of that same thing that happened to the both of you.
Yeah.
And sometimes they try to bulldoze over you and be like, no, the way I experienced it is the right way. And it's kind of like really, I don't know, mean and like a little manipulative.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, for lack of better terms, toxic. It's really toxic when they do that, you know what I mean? And I feel like it also really bugs me, their stubbornness, because I feel like, to me, the only thing that is constant in this world is change.
Yeah.
And so the fact that Taurus is so much in love with their routine and they're so anti hearing other people's opinions or changing their routine, like, to me, that's not a good sign. Like, it's inevitable that you are going to be, you're going to feel stuck in a rut, you know what I mean? And you're going to feel frustrated. And I just want to recommend to all Tauruses out there to get comfortable with letting things go, and sometimes people, you know? Because like I said, change is the only thing that is constant in this world. I know y'all like to hold on things, you think you can hold on to things forever, but you can't.
And how often do we say on this channel that with Taurus and Scorpio, but we're talking about Taurus in this video, y'all hold on to people because you're so stubborn to realize that your day ones are actually toxic.
Yeah.
But because you want to have the same routine and you don't want to see change happen, like, you are so willing to hold on to these attitudes and also people that are very much toxic to your life. And by you keeping them around, it makes you toxic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? While your loyalty and your unwavering ways are usually something to be celebrated, sometimes it's hard talking to someone with such a closed mind.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say that, and like, I feel like a lot of times I actually stop myself from telling Taurus placement things or having a certain conversation with them because I already know how they're gonna react to it. Like, I already know that they're not gonna be able to hear me out and that they're just gonna defend their version of it. So like, truly, and it's hard for me as a Gemini moon because all I want to do is talk.
Share.
But I have found myself with Taurus placement specifically not even wasting my time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unfair because everyone should feel comfortable talking to someone about anything, even if you feel like you don't agree. But like with Taurus placements, I genuinely feel like it's sometimes a lost cause because they're so stubborn. And that sucks because like, they're actually really great people to talk to because they're so grounded, their energy makes you feel comfortable when you're talking about things that they agree with.
Yeah.
When you talk to Taurus about things that you disagree with, it's a very different experience.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. It's like, normally they're very nice and they can be very supportive, but as soon as they go against an idea, like low-key, they can be kind of belittling to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And get really like kind of rude or judgy towards you. You know what I mean? That earth sign judginess comes out during this time when they like can't agree with you, and it's like they dig their feet into the ground so hard, and that's that stubbornness. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're so right. Like, why would I want to chat with someone who can't even have a back and forth conversation? Like, they low-key dead the conversation.
And I don't know if y'all do it on purpose, but they kind of make you feel small.
Yeah.
And when they do that, when they're being stubborn and they're just bulldozing over you and just being like, well, that's how I go, blah, 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 I'm right. Like, how could you not want to retreat?
Yeah.
And I feel like I've learned my lesson through my relationships with Tauruses, in various relationships, like, you know, career, friends, all that shit. And I've just learned to not even try with them sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's me being 100% honest.
I know you don't like that, Taurus.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they want to be there.
I just don't want to. I don't want to argue.
You know what I mean? For sure, and that's fair. Yeah. But I feel like they want to be there for people. But it's like, this is one of the things that's keeping people from reaching out to you.
Yeah.
You know.
Ooh. Love you.
Okay, another thing to me about Taurus being very stubborn, obviously, they have a hard time letting things go. And we've talked about Taurians being hoarders here before. And I want to take a moment to say, I understand that you guys put a lot of love and value into the things and sometimes people that are in your life, right? And you show your love and appreciation by caring for it forever. You know, I don't want to discredit that. That is fine. But you're too stubborn sometimes when you're holding on to things that no longer serve you. You know what I mean? Like, all the points that we've been touching on we're alluding to saying that like these things are no longer serving you, and yet you're still here trying to hold on for dear life. You know what I mean? And it drives me crazy, because we see as your friends, as your lovers, as your family, whatever, that it's wearing you down too, but you're so stubborn, you just won't let it go.
Yeah. You know, your comfort zone can be actually a very, very toxic place.
Yes.
Because you have lived here in this comfort zone for so long that you have truly told yourself, I am the boss here. And if I were to step outside of this comfort zone, I am not the boss, and that makes me feel uncomfortable. You guys have a lot of control issues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you have a lot of control issues, you want to be comfortable, because the more comfortable you are in your environment, the more you are in control. You know, and I feel like Taurus has a hard time stepping outside of that comfort zone, because someone else might be in control. Someone else might know how to do something more than you do, which is a part of life. You know what I mean? There are plenty of things that you are excellent at, Taurus, but there's some things that you don't know. And at the end of the day, I feel like life is more interesting when you are willing to learn from the people around you.
Yeah.
And when you're stubborn, you have this idea that you have figured it all out and no one can teach you anything. To me, that makes life boring.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I feel like too, also, when Taurians are so stuck on holding on to something, I feel like another one of their really toxic traits comes out, which is their possessiveness.
Oh, we're giving you a little double feature!
I mean? But I feel like when they're, and I feel like, okay, this is what I really wanted to say. When people are trying to tell them to let go, that's when they get extra possessive about it. That's when I feel like their other toxic traits really start to come out. Am I wrong? Like when you push them to, or try and like push them to notice this about themselves, is when, again, they dig.
Like the bull horns are coming out, and they see you as public enemy number one. You have red all over you, and the bull is running, baby. But the bull is gonna bulldoze over you.
Yeah.
Which is very scary. Taurus's temper is not to be played with.
No.
But I should be able to talk to you without you wanting to kill me.
Or tell me that I'm wrong and low-key dumb for like going against what you've been doing your whole life. Like, Taurus, I've been living my life too, just perfectly the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Before I met you.
The next thing I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure I said it in another video, which is, you know, flexibility. Flexible queens, you know, you guys need to learn to be flexible queens. I feel like Taurus just needs to understand the power of flexibility. When you choose to see things from different perspectives, you open yourself up to new experiences, new fun experiences. Now I know Taurus is sitting there saying, new experiences, who wants that? Like, I didn't ask for that. I'm not taking crazy risks every day. That's not what I'm built to do. You know what I mean? But you really never know what you're missing out on when you're being stubborn. It's true. You know, a lot of times I feel like Tauruses, you guys enjoy luxury, right? You enjoy luxury. A lot of times you can experience luxury by putting yourself in a situation that you've never experienced before. You know what I mean? You never know who you're gonna meet. You truly don't. Who might help elevate your life, your lifestyle. I know that sounds nice to y'all, but when you're sitting at home all the time, you're not gonna meet people. Or when you're not trying new things. I feel like, again, this is when your stubbornness and your need for comfort holds you back in life.
Yeah.
Because you tell yourself, well, I've reached this point of luxury and I'm tapping out here. I say keep going.
Right.
Like, why tap out? Like, keep pushing yourself. Like, you could experience greater forms of luxury.
Yes.
And I know you're getting horny right now thinking about that.
Right.
You know?
It's exciting.
It is.
Right?
It's
I'm
exciting.
excited for you.
So, you're Venus, baby. Come on. Venus wants more.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah, but you gotta stop being stubborn.
Right.
And push yourself outside of your comfort zone a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
No, and I couldn't agree with you more. I feel like another reason why I picked their stubbornness is because it keeps them stagnant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe it's just me as a Sag who's always trying to like move forward and up in this life too, you know? But I really feel like Taurians are missing out, like you're saying, on life by not pushing themselves out of their comfort zone ever. And I'm not saying all the time. You know what I mean? Like once a week, maybe even once a month would be good for you guys. You know?
Agreed.
Start somewhere, start small, but don't be so stuck and stubborn and stagnant in your ways that you get yourself into a rut. Like I was kind of saying earlier, like I know many of my Taurus placement friends, family members, they get stuck in a rut and they get really low-key depressed. They get depressed. And I feel like if you change some parts of your routine, it would keep things exciting. You know what I mean? It would keep challenging you to meet new people, to have new conversations, to try new things. And I feel like that ultimately shapes and changes your life.
Yeah. I feel like you will be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I love about Taurus is how grounded they are. But sometimes I feel like you have those moments once in a while when you're in your head and you're like, oh, I want to try that thing, but you're scared to do it. And I encourage more Tauruses to try it. Take that risk, you know? And even besides that, like in terms of like stubbornness, I just want to remind y'all, and this is kind of my last point for this video, that changing your mind doesn't make you weak. You can like this thing one day and then change it up and not be into it at all. It doesn't make you weak. You are just evolving as a person. I want you guys to understand that you're not switching up on yourself if you choose to hang out with different people or choose to change your career or choose to just live a different type of life. Like that doesn't make you weak. You are just evolving as a human.
Yes. Learn something from Gemini, the sign after you.
Yeah, maybe some of you Tauruses have Gemini placements in your chart. I know a lot of you probably do, or even Aries. So like, you can always harness the different energies in your chart if you are feeling stuck in the way that one of your main placements is, you know, leading your life to be. Yeah.
Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode on Taurus' most toxic traits. Obviously we're in agreement, but we would love to hear what you think Taurus' most toxic trait is. Okay, so comment down below if you didn't agree with ours. We'd love to hear it. We post our YouTube videos every Monday and Thursday and our podcast every Wednesday. We're gonna link our socials somewhere around here, so make sure you give us a sweet little follow.
Yes, come follow your girl.